In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 college football games happening on August 27, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Boise State versus South Florida. Thursday night opens the 2025 season with Boise State trekking all the way to Tampa. The Broncos will square off with South Florida at Raymond James Stadium, and it's the first action of the year for both programs. Boise enters the new campaign ranked 25th after a stellar 2024 run, so it's no shock that the odds makers have them laying a few points even while playing on the road. The Broncos posted a 5-1 record in hostile territory last season and still bring back their starting quarterback. Meanwhile, the Bulls went 0-2 against ranked opponents, a trend that leans the matchup toward the visitors. Laying chalk in Week 1 is always a gamble, but Boise routinely reloads and rarely skips a beat. My doubts still circle around South Florida's defense, and until that unit shows real progress, the safer play is the proven commodity, Boise State. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boise State Broncos to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The attack does lose some punch with standout back Ashton Jeanty off to the NFL. Maddox Madsen remains under center, yet replacing that home run threat won't be easy, and 7 of Boise's last 10 games finished under the total. South Florida leaned toward shootouts in 2024, going over the number in 6 of the last 10 with 1 push, but the Bulls now break in a brand new quarterback, a fresh lead rusher, and only 1 returning playmaker at receiver. That setup hints at a defensive slugfest with scattered bursts of offense. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Ohio U versus Rutgers Week 1 throws us right into a Mid-American Conference versus Big Ten showdown in New Jersey, where Ohio makes the trek to Piscataway on Thursday night to square off with Rutgers under the lights at Shai Stadium. Fresh off their first ever 11-win season and a conference crown, the Bobcats arrive with confidence and a new man in charge. Former offensive coordinator Brian Smith slides into the big chair after Tim Albin bolted for Charlotte, but the core remains intact. All Mid-American Conference signal caller Parker Navarro is back. Most of last year's stingy secondary returns, and the defense that lived off long, methodical drives and suffocating front 7 play should again be Ohio's calling card. In 2024, the Bobcats went 10-0 when holding foes to 4.2 yards a carry or less, finished 13th nationally in scoring defense, and landed 4th against the run, numbers that don't figure to tumble much this fall. Up front, the biggest hole is edge rusher Bradley Weaver, who ironically transferred to Rutgers and will line up across from his old teammates in the opener. The Scarlet Knights have their own issues, having lost last year's top ball carrier, so expect veteran quarterback Athan Kaliakmanis to shoulder a larger load early. Tempo favors Ohio as well. The Bobcats ranked 125th in plays per second, grinding games to a halt, while Rutgers sat outside the top 100 in turnovers forced. Greg Schiano's club is no longer a pushover, but the matchup numbers say it'll be tough for the Scarlet Knights to pull away. As our first pick for this matchup, the Ohio Bobcats to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Rutgers' offense caught fire late last year, cashing the team total over in 7 of the final 8 contests, and hanging 30+ in each of the last 4. Both squads return enough familiar pieces on that side of the ball to keep the scoreboard moving, and reaching the 49-point neighborhood won't demand a track meet, unless the retooled Rutgers defense stymies Ohio completely, which would be a tall ask for a unit breaking in new co-coordinators. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Lafayette versus Bowling Green Thursday night brings a matchup at Doyt Perry Stadium as the Lafayette Leopards travel to face the Bowling Green Falcons on the college gridiron. We probably won't have a clear read on what George and his fresh-looking squad can do until we see them for a few weeks, but early signs suggest the Falcons could make some noise. They did lose 3 key offensive pieces from last year, tight end Harold Fannin among them, so we'll be watching a new quarterback step in. The good news is the blocking unit is mostly the same, with 4 of last season's 5 starters back in uniform. All told, this opener feels like a prime opportunity for the offense to flex. As our first pick for this matchup, the Bowling Green Falcons to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. On the other sideline, Lafayette welcomes back head coach John Troxell for his 4th campaign. He once again pairs with offensive coordinator T.J. DeMuzio and defensive coordinator Mike St. Germain, both likewise entering year 4 in their roles. Bowling Green, meanwhile, is charting a new course for 2025. Eddie George steps in as head coach, and he'll lean on first-time coordinators Travis Partridge on offense and Brandon Fisher on defense. The staff inherits a roster that has seen its share of turnover, highlighted by departures such as quarterback Justin Lamson to Montana State and running back Terrion Stewart to Virginia Tech. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Jacksonville State versus UCF. Thursday night slate kicks off with the Jacksonville State Gamecocks trekking to Football Bowl Subdivision Mortgage Stadium in Orlando to face the UCF Knights and open the 2025 season. UCF should take a step forward this fall, though clearing last year's bar doesn't require a dramatic leap. The Knights hit the transfer portal hard, especially on offense, and that massive turnover often produces a sluggish start. Whoever wins the Gamecocks quarterback battle ought to locate a few cracks in the UCF defense, enough to keep this contest within a pair of touchdowns. In short, the spread still feels too rich for a Knights squad ironing out new pieces on the fly. As our first pick for this matchup, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Jacksonville State rode one of the country's most potent rushing attacks last year, and that downhill style should again keep the chains moving while bleeding valuable clock. Lengthy possessions translate to fewer drives for both teams. Meanwhile, UCF brings back only 3 projected starters on offense, a situation that can lead to sloppy timing and stalled series early in the schedule. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. East Carolina versus NC State college football is finally back, and Thursday night in North Carolina brings a regional dust-up worth watching. The East Carolina Pirates, representing the American Athletic Conference, make the quick trek west to clash with the Atlantic Coast Conference's NC State Wolfpack under the lights in the Tar Heel State. Sure, the Wolfpack own more raw talent and understandably open as hefty home favorites. Still, the spread feels bloated. NC State enters with lingering questions along the offensive front and on defense, and this series always carries genuine rivalry juice, so East Carolina should arrive dialed in. The Pirates stunned the Pack last season as a 7-point dog, and the trend favors taking the points. The underdog has cashed 7 of the last 10 meetings, turning 6 of those covers into outright upsets. As our first pick for this matchup, the East Carolina Pirates to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. In totals territory, East Carolina played 7 unders in 13 outings a year ago, though the pattern was streaky, 4 unders out of the gate, 5 straight overs, then 3 late-season unders. Away from Greenville, 4 of 6 Pirate contests sailed over. NC State finished 8-5 to the over, but 4 of its 5 unders landed at home, with the other showing up on a neutral field in the Military Bowl loss to East Carolina. The past 3 head-to-heads have all stayed below the number, and with both squads searching for new go-to targets in the aerial attack, a lower scoring script looks plausible. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full aim total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.